so the topic what I chose was analytical skills. Okay, so basically, what are analytical skills? Theoretical speaking, analytical skills refers to the ability to collect and analyze information, problem solve, and make decisions. Okay, so it's basically like ability to like take decisions, like work on certain kind of information what you have, and it can be a different type of informations. Okay, and ability to take the decisions. Okay, yeah. So in the picture you can see like whether the girl is thinking whether to go left or right, or like there are different things which are like around her. Okay, it's like basically like analytical skills help you to think. Okay, makes you like it's a ability to think and take decisions basically. Okay. So suppose like let's take in the future like there are like a robot market. Okay, and there are two types of robot, like some are smart robots and some robots which you have to like guide each and every step. So which robots you'll buy? Obviously the robots which are very smart, okay, which you don't have to guide at each and every step. Okay, so basically analytical skills is the kind of the same thing. So every CEO, like every manager of a company, will like the employees to decide by themselves some of the things rather than micromanaging and guiding them each and every step. So basically analytical skills is this. Okay, so let's go ahead. So what are the different type of analytical skills? Like you can call it sub skills, which are so analytical skills is a group of different skills. Okay, so first one, like there are many. I listed a few. Okay, so first one is attention to detail, ability to notice, retain, and keep track of details, carefully evaluating complex problems, ask questions, and be curious. So this is about like whenever we get a task, like as a programmers, we get some tasks, right? And as a company, like as a like the BD team and all, okay, they get some this thing, they get some jobs on Upwork and all. So it's ability to like the break down the task into different things. Okay, so seeking the details and understanding the details of it. Okay, and asking questions and being curious about it. So attention to detail is very important as like when you're analyzing something. Okay, next is critical thinking, ability to evaluate a situation or a problem with careful and clear thought process, breaking down problems into smaller chunks. So this is like you should be able to like stress your brain, like not stress as such like it breaks down or something, but at least make a habit of make a this thing make a this thing of like going deep into the problem. Okay, thinking like utilizing your brain to gather some information about what thing is in front of you. Okay, so next thing is creative thinking. So not everyone is creative, like there'll be creative thinking depends on each individual person. So this deal is kind of a added advantage when you are doing analytics. Okay, because this with this we can get different ideas which are not regular, like which a normal person can get. So it can help you to analyze the things in a very very efficient way. Okay. So creative thinking is very important. As I said, like it's not everyone is able to think creatively, but it's added advantage. Okay. Next is decision making. So once you have the information in front of you, once you have you're able to like work on the information what is in front of you, and once you break down into smaller problems and get some greater information in front of you, it's the ability of take decisions based on that information what you have. Okay, so if you have done enough analytics, but if you're not able to decide like based on the data in front of you, so you cannot call yourself a great analyst, because you should be able to take judgments also. Okay, so decision making is also important. Then researching is the ability to research about a problem, analyze the data to come to a conclusion. Suppose you have some information in front of you, some problem to solve. You should be having the ability to research, like go to the internet or like different ways of researching, and then gather the data what is required. You may not have the knowledge what is required to solve the problem, but you should be having the ability to research in different ways to gather the information which will help you to solve the problem. Okay, so that is about researching. And lastly, what I'll say is about communication is the ability to explain your ideas clearly, both verbally and non-verbally. Okay, so suppose you have taken a decision, you have done enough of research, and you have gone through a lot of thinking process to come to a solution. But if you cannot put your ideas properly, if you cannot frame your ideas to the higher management or like whoever is concerned and can't communicate it properly, then it's kind of a waste. So even the communication part, the explanation part about what you have decided and what you found out is very important. Okay, so this six skills I can say like are very important, which are part of the analytical skills. It's better to all have all six. Okay, so like if you miss like some of the skills in this, then it's kind of like you're less like not a great analyst kind of, I can say. Hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah, isn't
Yeah, which point I lost the connection? Which
the
slide?
last 6 points?
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. I'll share the screen again. Okay, so I'll go to the communication point again. It's the ability to explain your ideas clearly, both verbally and non-verbally. So once you have done your research and you gathered some information and you have come to a conclusion, okay, but if you are not able to pass on the ideas to the higher management or the persons concerned, like who wants whatever what you found out, but then it's kind of a waste of your research. Okay, so you should be able to communicate your ideas or solutions what you found to the higher management. Okay, so these are the six like sub skills I can say, which is part of the analytical skills. Okay, so why it is important? I listed just a few points, but there can be many things like for which analytical skills can be used or why it is important. First thing is like for problem solving. So us developers, PMs or managers, we have to solve problems every day. So we have to work with some amount of data, or like as programmers, we have some task at hand, and we have to decide like which way we have to go, like how to break down the task. So it's about that, like taking decisions and all. Okay. Uh, yeah, so every job requires some level of analytical skills. So we cannot say like we don't need analytical skills. So every job will require some kind of decision making. So if you are not able to decide, then it's like kind of a burden on the higher management or the people like the team leads. If you're not able to decide and work on the data or like information in front of you. So every job requires analytical skills. Just hold on, guys. So next point is finding perfect solutions. So when we have some data in front of us, and when we have some solutions, but we should be also able to decide on the this thing. Okay, so the solutions. So we should be able to compare with the different things which are in front of us. For example, if you have some site to develop, okay, and we have different frameworks which you can choose from. So like working on the different price things and like different hours which are required. So that requires the analytical and analyzing skills. Can you should be able to compare, can find a solution. So next thing is for the managers. So like Mohan and Madhav, they work with a lot of data, and they have the billable hours, utilization. So based on that, they should be able to set some budgets. Like even Shahid and Shaira, they work with it. Even Lydia, and so they have data. But if they don't use the data and take decisions and analyze the data and take decisions, so it's kind of waste. So you should be able to analyze and even forecast the data, forecast the future things. Okay, so based on this data, they should be able to forecast. So even for managers, the skills are very important. For us developers and business executives, it's very important in the estimation and bidding process. I would say like even the business executives, they should be have at least make a try to think go deep into the problem. Just try to see like what is the job what is posted by the client. Okay, instead of just passing it to the developers. So even they can make a attempt to solve the break down the problem. Okay, and what I would say is for this, it's always better to have some domain knowledge to read about different things. Okay, so that's like this is the part where the analytical skills comes into picture for the business development executives or the developers also you can say. For human resource management, it's about like when you're taking interviews and like if when you're like going to the CVs and all, you can see different skills when you ask different questions, you get different answers. So you should be able to identify the person from that. So it's kind of like different analyze the person, okay, and what kind of person it is. And also when you are dealing with some person in the company, and you get some report about him or her, so you should be able to decide like what areas they should be improved upon. Okay, so even for that it's important. And lastly, I would say about the project management. Once your project is awarded to you, then you have to break down the project into different parts, into different milestones. So breaking down the project into smaller areas and setting the timelines, like which section of the site or the project will be completed and what timelines. So it's important for this part. Okay. Okay. So next is, can you improve analytical skills? Uh, So yes, so it's nice to know that everyone can improve on the analytical skills. It's not that it's like kind of a talent which you got from birth. Everyone has the ability, the brains to think. It's just about like putting your brains to utilize the brains to think, okay, and take some decisions. So next we'll see some things we can do to improve our analytical skills. Okay. So, like, firstly, I would say is like work on the mathematics problems. I know, like, most of y'all hated, even like many of y'all. I know, like, more than 50% of y'all hated maths, in the schools. So, like, this is a very important part of to develop your analytical skills. So I can't tell you to go back and to school or the college and just try to solve the problems to improve analytical skills. But this is one thing which you can encourage your kids or like nephews or someone to take try to solve maths problems rather than just hating it, because it helps to improve your analytical skills. Next is playing brain games, crossword, Sudoku, Scrabble, chess. So you all know, everyone knows these games, and you see like when we are like when the young kids, okay, in the elementary schools, they're given this kind of like the puzzles to solve, okay, or do some crossword. Or you can see even adults working like playing chess or like solving Sudoku problems. So that is one way you can improve your analytical skills. Next is reading sessions and debates. So we used to do the reading sessions, and we still do, but it's not happening recently like as much as before because of the pandemic and all. So reading sessions is one way you can improve analytical skills. So once you read something like the when you are in a group of people doing the reading session, they ask you like what you learned from this. So that time you tend to utilize your brain and try to figure out like what you learned, and give some like explanation what you understood from this. So this is a place like where you put your brains to practice, okay, and it helps to improve your analytical skills. Next is the debates. I think Akshara we had like lately it's not possible because of the pandemic and all. This is like I think like more this thing effective than the reading sessions, because debates are like you have to decide on the go like what you'll be speaking next. So like analyzing what the other persons have spoken, and then coming up with your answer. So this helps you to improve your skills. Okay. Because the next thing is like having just the skills to think is not enough, but also the knowledge base is very important. Because suppose as developers, if you are doing some estimate and all, if you don't have the knowledge of like how to develop a website, what kind of different technologies are available, so you won't be able to actually use your skills, whatever the brains what you have, to take a decision or like analyze or something. This applies to I think so whole IT, like even the PMs, managers. So it like you have to read a lot. You have to know about your surroundings. So only that time you'll be able to use the data, knowledge what you have, and analyze. Okay. And last thing is having a mentor. So you yourself don't know like how what level your analytical skills are and how you're performing. So having a mentor like who tells you like what way to do, what way to go, how to improve analytical skills, and what things you need to read, or like what kind of activities you need to do is very important. So this is about improving the analytical skills when yeah, before solving any problems. Okay. So next I'll go about the things what you have to do while analyzing some problem, okay, while trying to find a solution. Always give yourself time to think, okay, don't just jump on the first solution. So it's about like not rushing with the problem, okay, just jumping into the first solution and saying like I got a solution, because there can be different solutions available. uh, so you should not rush when you're taking a decision, okay, when you're analyzing. Always give yourself some time to go to the different things, so like solutions which are available. So pay attention to detail while analyzing. If you don't go deep into the problem, it's very difficult to come to a conclusion. If you just act upon like the initial things which are given to you, and you don't like ask yourself why, or like break down the problem into smaller parts, it's you won't be able to get a like good solution. Okay, so always pay attention to detail. And I think the second and third point is related. It's like ask why. So this is one way like you can be a better analyst, okay, try to take better decisions, because you are always asking why, and you'll go deeper and you'll be getting a better solution. And last thing is it's about being calm and always keeping your mind open to the ideas. So most of the time, what happens is when we are working or like we are solving some problems and all, we tend to think about other things which are not related to what you're thinking like you should be solving. Okay, so we have some personal problems or like we have other tasks, priority tasks, but you are like in the middle of solving a problem. That time it's very difficult to come to a good solution. Okay, get some ideas. So always try to keep your mind open. You always keep calm when you are solving some problems. Okay, so that is a way you can get like good solutions or like you can be a get better analyst. Okay. Yeah, that's it from my side. It was a short session, and I hope like everyone it makes everyone think. So I think we can go for some feedback or questions. Anyone has?
Can I start?
Hello?
Hello, it's Victor.
Yeah. Yeah, Victor. Yes.
Hey, hello. Thanks for the presentation. It was really good. I have to say that I really like a few things. First of all, you mentioned that you have to have a curiosity and you should not go after the first decision you made. You have to think more and more about it. And on the last slide, you mentioned about this why, 3 times why. Right?
Yeah.
This is a very, very good approach because if you will ask yourself why, or anybody else will ask you why, you will be thinking more and more, and you can even change your mind completely after after answering to these questions. I remember we were working with client named Bilal, and I remember a few interviews with him. He was interviewing developers and he was like asking this why question. It was very interesting to observe like um, the way people think after this second or third why. It's very
Yeah.
very very nice technique to ask like why.
Yeah.
And good to know that we can develop this analytical thinking. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone can improve on it. So that's why. Otherwise, it's no point like giving this session. So it just
Yeah,
yeah. So just like my point to like everyone make everyone aware that everyone has to like be self-dependent, okay, rather than depending on others to. So everyone can improve in this company. It's always better for a company to have people who can take decisions on their own, okay, rather than yeah depending on others. So I think yeah even the managers can agree on this. Anyway,
yeah. Thanks.
Uh, Hi, it's Caesar. Yeah,
yeah,
Arisen.
yeah,
So I liked one point you said that you have to keep a calm mind and don't jump to the first solution that we get. Pay attention to all the solutions, all the different options that we have. So many times I can say that even as PM, like we find this issue and the first thing we check, first solution we get, we jump onto it and without giving it second thoughts. So this way of staying calm, because when you're getting an issue, we also get a bit worked up how to come up with a solution. So this point I feel is really will be very helpful for us to try and keep a calm mind and come up with a better solution, because many times the first solution is not the best solution that we see. This best solution comes later on. So this
yeah,
point is very
actually,
helpful.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
Anyone?
Arisen.
Yeah,
Hi.
hi, Devar.
Hi, it's Dilwar from New York. Hey, thank you for your nice presentation, Arisen. This is very good topic, and especially for all our PM event manager, it's very important to analyze this, like, any topic. As a project manager, coordinator, or manager, we need to, well, when we have to take the decision, we need to be like, very analytical, right? We have to know that if we do, like, have a conversation with a client, we have to get the requirement. Then we have to analyze it, and then we have to develop, deliver to the, like, what you call the developer and tech lead, right? So we need to be very calm. We need to be very sensible to make the decision, right? Because we have to take the decision how to manage the project. So all your point here is very, very valuable, right? So we have to ask ourselves a lot more questions to analyze this topic. Then we have to be calm and open our mind, right? If like client ask any question, if developer ask any question, right? So this is very resourceful to our Yemen coordinator, and this is very nice presentation and very learning. And I think we can check after every before jumping to any project to how to become, how to be more focused and attentive to a certain type of topic. It's a very nice presentation. I think it's very learning. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Silva. Just it was my point to make everyone think about it. Okay, so
Right.
yeah, I'm happy that everyone is like acknowledging it. So anything about anyone about the the types of analytical skills someone can say something is missing or something, or like about the skills, sub skills. Anyone?
I think you can ask any name Arisen. From our Dhaka team. Nobody gonna contribute. Anyone from Dhaka team? Hello.
One from Dhaka speaking today.
You can pick a name, Arisen. I think that should be better.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Excuse me. Actually, I'd like to tell something about the points you included here on this topic. Stay calm, and while taking decision, we have to be calm, and this is very much important, indispensable to understand what we have to do, we are going to do while taking decision and analyzing anything else. Before scrutinizing something else, what we have in front of us. So we have to be calm and keep in our mind, keep our mind open. The reason of that, this is much more indispensable and important, essential to become, because we can analyze or think what we are going to do or analyze. That can be very much important. So being calm and be very much open-minded, it's important. So I like that point personally. And another one is Victor said, I like to agree with him on the point is that ask yourself why, and why. 3 times you excluded that. You say 3 times asking before going to do anything else. That's much more important, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to do, and what I do, I have to understand that. I have to be so much conversant with that, what I'm going to do. And before going to analyze or scrutinize that analysis, I have to ask what I'm doing and why I'm doing that. So then I will be able to become and cautious about that, what I'm going to do before doing that. So these two points I personally like very much, and that's very much effective for everyone's efficiency if anybody follow or look to that matter. Thank you so much for giving floor.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and always these skills can be used in a personal life also, taking personal decisions. So it's not only related to work, but even your personal life. So you have to just give yourself brain ability, like make your brain think and just be calm, like while taking decisions, etc.
Yes,
So yeah.
correct.
So anyone from Goa, I'll pick the names. So like anyone is coming up.
Hi, Arisen. Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua. Yeah.
So I would say like analytical skills are developed based on 2 things. One is accountability and one is goal. So accountability plays a very crucial role. Like so I would say like if somebody is given certain responsibility to do something, that is like you're forcing that person. That is kind of a accountability they'll be held. So that is the time when they are forced to discover something, make their mind think and get out a solution. And the other one is goal, where it is like yourself, like you want to do it. So you set yourself a goal, and that is the time when your creative mind you can apply to it because you like doing it. So accountability and goal can be played can go hand in hand with this analytical skills.
Yeah, very nicely put. Yeah, I feel the accountability part is very important because most of us don't like to stress our brains. Like trial, it's a human tendency like not to stress yourself and like let others do the thing. So when you make someone accountable and when you give someone responsibility to take a decisions, something, so that time I think so we can improve that person actually. Yeah, thank you, Joshua. Anyone else from Goa, Dhaka? Paresh?
Okay, hi Arisen. It was very nice presentation actually. Thanks for the presentation. We discussed many of the points and like came to the solution that for anything to decide on, that is what is analytical thinking is, and we need to have proper detailed things. So it's not just data which derives us to certain decision actually, and wherein the analytical skills come into practice. So as you said, like various games what we can play and do improve the skills. So I also think like yes, we can do it, we can improve, and we should try and think of playing with the data or the knowledge what we have, and that is what is analytical thinking is. So as for me, I feel like there is always relationship, there is always some pattern, or there could be some deviations or something which we can relate to and come to some logical thinking before taking some decision. So that is what actually makes us different, and everyone can have this logical thinking or reasoning different in a different way. And the way people take decisions is based on this analytical skill what we possess. So yeah, thanks for the presentation. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, thank you, Paresh. Yeah, and even the knowledge base, what you are talking about, it's very important. So we have to gather the knowledge, we have to read and read. So even knowledge is very important when you're analyzing. So before, without knowledge, you are like thinking what to do. So researching and like reading about things also is very important. Yeah. Anyone else? Any comments? Any questions? Questions I can
Hi
answer?
Arisen, this is Noman from Dhaka.
Yeah,
I want to say about the three things about the from the first slide that you mentioned, that problem analyzing decision and the result. I want to tell that for every task is not familiar to us, and sometimes new
yeah,
task comes to us and new problems comes to us. So in this case, if we start without analyze the problem, we can't find
yeah. So the research part is,
good.
yeah,
Yes,
you should
yes,
be you should be able to research. So that is even
yes,
part
yes.
of the skills. Yeah.
We should research with the problem, analyze it with the new problems, and after analyzing part, the task becomes easy, and we can get to make the decision. It helps us to make the decision that. And so in these cases, the analyzing part, if we spend more than 50% of time, it is not bad, because it makes easy to do the task and make the quick decision after analyzing it, and get to research to the proper result. So I think so that analyze is very important in the new task, and we should keep open always our brain to research the task. Yes,
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else?
Horizon, no one from Select team. I think you should pick a name from Select team.
Okay. Let. Uh, yeah, you are there. You are there, I guess. You are one. Rajan, something on the side.
Analytical.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, so location actually. You tell
Yeah,
about
you
this
want to share? You want to
mathematical.
share?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
mathematical skills we require for analytical. I'm also don't like mathematics in my school, and even still I'm not like this mathematics. So
Yeah,
can
it's
you,
kind of like
if someone
not.
don't like mathematics and can still be a good analytical person?
Yeah, but yeah, so it's not like one. I'm say like very important part, but it's part of the thing like which helps you from a younger age to find solutions. Okay, so it trains your brain.
Yeah.
Maybe some people can gather the things in a different way while playing the brain games like Sudoku, chess, or so many different things. Okay, but
Mm.
sometimes if the person has a very open mind, you don't
But
need to. Yeah.
it's relevant with mathematics, right?
I didn't get you.
I mean, it's very relevant with mathematics, this analytical stuff.
Yeah, kind of like it's the ability to solve problems. So mathematics problems are like problems you have to solve. You have to yeah, different skills you have to use for solving. So it's kind of related. Okay. So it's just
Thanks.
giving it's for brain training. Okay, not like what you live in your real life to decide. But from a young age, we have to train our brains to think. So that's the point. That's the point. Like why it's come up here in this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, what let's send my presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else?
I
Can
would
go.
like to say something, Akshata.
Yeah, Akshita, yeah.
So, knowingly or unknowingly, we are using analytics on a daily basis. If you are using workboard, then you know what we mean. Like we use it, and a lot of times when Excel sheets, this all these things help us in generating the data and also taking decisions. So sometimes we say like certain things we need to take an action, but it is not clear unless and until you see it in front of you. And analytics, it looks like a very big word, but then there are smaller things which are there which we are using, and then later on you realize, oh, this comes into the analytics part kind of thing. So when you look at the biz reviews or you look at your workboard data and all those things, these are the small things which you are actually using analytics kind of.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Like the managers, they have the data in front of them. So based on that, they're like, like we have to forecast the thing. So that is important. Like once you have data forecasting, so that comes like that in that part, the analytical skills are very important for the forecasting based on the current data.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think anyone else, last person or something, last wants to add something. Hello. I think we are done then, Akshata, and Akshata,
Yeah.
Jose, anything from your side? We have last one from last. Jose, you're there? I think Jose is having internet issues.
Arisen
Yeah.
Partha, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why did you wrote why 3 times? And if we need to find multiple why behind any decisions or any results, then which one why should we pick up, and how to decide which one to pick up?
What I would say is this can be sequential. Okay, once you find a solution, then you're going deeper. It can be like it can branch out into different things also. So yeah, then you have to decide. Okay, based on then you can do research. Okay, based on what you got after asking why, or you can ask someone who knows about the thing which you found out. Okay, and then you have to come up with a solution based on that. Okay, so I'm not sure whether I answered your question. Or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in this case, we may have to ask for again for our supervisor or in or
no,
our
you can ask yourself also. You can ask you can question the problem once you got some information. Once you broke down into something. Okay, once you found out something in the problem, then again you can say like why it's working this way, why it has to be this way. Okay, then it's not about asking a different person or something. Okay, it's asking yourself or like going deeper in the problem. Okay, that's what I mean by
Okay.
this. Okay, so it's
Yep,
like
yep, yep.
yeah, you're going deeper in the problem by asking why.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That is good one,
Yeah.
because multiple why can make you think deep on one topic
Yeah,
or
yeah,
one.
that's the point about. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's cool.
thanks for this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we can wind up then.
yeah.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Is Satish? Yeah, Satish. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Arisen. Good evening.
Yep.
It was a nice presentation. Actually, the main keywords or any main things were highlighted very nice, and all the according whatever was acknowledged by others also it was very good. I would like to add for the previous question which was arised by Partha, I guess. He
Yep.
just said like why three times why. I would like to say add on a point from my side why multiple whys. It doesn't analytic skills doesn't only is it, does, it is not only used for solving a problem or in any situation wherein you are into a trouble. It could be for analytic skills, you can use it for any of your situation. For example, if you have to make a choice, for example, I would like to give you an example. The main example would be like we people into the professional field, they get stressed out. Okay, so they think about going for a vacation. So first of all, I think of going for a vacation, so I ask why do I want to go for a vacation. It could be the reason like I am stressed out for my professional life. So okay, then I decide of going to Dubai for a vacation. So I ask myself why Dubai, because that is a good place to visit. So as in, as much as why we apply for all the situation or the or whatever the things are up in front of our eyes, it becomes very easier to make choice as well, to decide as well. And when you are at the final stage of taking a decision, you are very clear why you are onto that decision. So this could be a plus point for this point what you have mentioned, I would like to say.
Yeah. It's applied to your personal life also, as I said. So yeah, nice example. And you have to know also when to stop asking why. Otherwise, you won't be able to take a
True,
decision also.
true.
Yeah, yeah. That is important.
Okay.
Nice one, Horizon.
Yeah.
You have to stop like certain time. Then you are
Yeah.
getting confused by yourself.
Yeah. Then you
Okay,
won't get
guys.
solution. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's already time.